In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use our smartphone app to access your system remotely. This video assumes you've already set up the remote connection method and you've got your system connected. Now we're going to open up our app. It's going to take us to the live screen. Now there's two ways we can pull up our system. We can either pull it up using the device list or click the plus icon to bring up our device list. This allows us to bring in one camera from one system. So we're going to bring in the first channel from our home system. It's connected to our home system and brought up that channel. Now let's say I want to bring up a whole system. So first I'm going to get rid of this channel. And then I'm going to go up to the device list icon at the top right hand side. It's going to bring up my systems. So I have a home system and a barn system. I want to bring up the whole home system. It's an 8-channel recorder, so it brings up 8 channels, but I've only got 4 cameras connected. So I have a 4-camera grid view with 2 pages. So first page is my first 4 channels. The second page are my empty channels. Or I can go back to my full channels and bring them back up. And I can toggle between a 4-camera grid view, a 9-camera grid view, or a 16-camera grid view. Now let's say I wanted to have both systems up at the same time. I would simply remove all these channels, click this icon at the top right for the device list, select both systems, and start the live view for all 24 cameras. Now it's going to pull it up in the 16-camera grid view. We've got the first 4 channels from our home system, and we have 8 channels from our barn system. And again, we can toggle between the views here or scroll through the pages. Or you can even mix and match. So let's say I want to bring in the first channel from my home system and the first channel from my barn system. So I've just hit the plus icons on the grid, navigated through my device list, and selected the channels that I wanted to bring up. You can also add favorite views. To get there, we're first going to hit the home icon at the top left. We can see favorites on our home screen. We have 2 favorite folders already there. And then we can hit the gear icon to modify our favorites. Either we can use one of our folders we've created or hit the plus icon to create a new folder. I'm going to use the favorite folder that I've already created. It's going to bring us into the details of my favorite folder. I can rename it, and then I can see that there's no linked channels. To link a channel, I'm going to hit the plus icon at the top left. It brings up my systems, and I want to bring in a channel from my home system and from my barn system. So I'm going to tap to expand my home system. I'm going to tap to select the first channel on my home system. I'm going to tap to unexpand it, and then I'm going to tap to expand my barn system and pull in Cam 1 from my barn system. To save this view, I'm going to hit the save icon at the top right hand side. It's going to save it. Then I'm going to back out of the details. I'm going to back out of the favorites. And then I can select my favorite folder by tapping the favorite. It's going to pull up my favorite view. I could also modify this by clicking the plus icon to add a channel from the home system and then hitting the start icon and selecting my favorite. And now it's successfully added that to my favorites. So if I back out of here, I'll now see that I have 3 channels selected on my favorites, and it brings up all 3 channels. Also, if you see something that you want to capture right away on your system, like a snapshot real quick, you could pull up a camera from one of your systems. In this case, I'll pull up the same channel 2 that I was working with. So I'm going to double tap to bring it into full screen, and let's say something was there that I wanted to capture quickly. I would hit the center camera icon on my app. That's going to take a snapshot on my phone and save that snapshot to my phone so I can review, save it, or send it to somebody else later. You can also tap the start recording button to take a live video of what you're seeing and untap that to save a video clip. If you want to get to playback from your NVR, however, you'll have to click the icon on the furthest left, which will pull up the timeline from your NVR. And here we can see it's going to pull up the past minute or so of recorded video. And I can, of course, go back in my timeline if I need to.